so many of you ask me how I'm so productive, and really it's only 2 elements that go into this. It's not a crazy trick or a crazy hack that you need to learn. It's simply just that Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This may be one of the most exciting videos that I have ever filmed here on this channel. Reason being is, well, it's actually twofold. First of all, the main purpose of this channel is really just to prove to you that change is possible. I have completely transformed my own life over the past 10 years, going from someone who just didn't have a care in the world, nor did they have any direction as to where they were going, to now being the CEO and founder of a multiple 6-figure company and running this channel, impacting thousands of people all over the world and truly living the life of my dreams. And really what this channel is about is showing you that that is possible for you. Yes, I share with you a lot of tools and tips that can help you build better habits and routines, but mostly I just want to show you what's possible. Now, the reason why this video is also very exciting for me today is because I am actually celebrating my 30th birthday. Today is my birthday, and of course, when you do reach not only a birthday, but a completely new decade, it's really an opportunity to sit back and reflect on how far you've come. You know, I celebrated my 20th birthday, and the only thing that I worried about was my name on a list at a club and which of my friends were gonna get wasted with me. And now, 10 years later, I am just living this incredible life. Though I was supposed to be celebrating overseas and that didn't happen, I still couldn't be any more grateful for where I am. And what I wanted to do in today's video was just really share with you all of the lessons that I have learned along the way. This channel is about changing your life, upgrading your life, and upgrading yourself and your business so that you can just live your dreams. And that involves learning a bunch of lessons like I have. And so that's exactly what I wanted to do for you today, was just share with you all of the different lessons that I have learned. Now, of course, there is 30 just because that is how old I am turning. So I'm gonna try and not ramble on each point. Some of them sound like quotes, some of them you've heard before, either from me or there are lessons that I've learned from other teachers online. So I really hope that you do enjoy this video, and wherever you are in your life, just take a moment to pause and reflect today on some of the lessons you have learned. And I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your #1 life lesson that you have learned so far? So my first lesson is nothing is the end of the world until the end of the world. I used to be someone who used to catastrophize a lot and dramatize situations, and I promise you that doesn't help solve anything. Wherever you are in life and whatever situation you are in, even as dire as it may seem, know that you are strong enough to get through that. And truly, there is nothing that is the end of the world until the actual end of the world. And so let's not make it seem like it is. Whatever challenge is in front of you, you can get over it. You just need to be resourceful and optimistic enough to do so. Lesson number 2 is you are what you say you are. I love this one so much. And I've been studying a lot as of late about how much our language impacts our belief system. Whether it's like the corny standing in front of the mirror and doing affirmations, or whether it's just being really conscious of the things you say you can and can't do. Whoever you truly believe that you are, that is how your life is going to play out. The next one, and this is a big one, your success is your responsibility. The sooner that I realized that nobody was going to hand me success on a silver platter, the sooner I was able to just get over my own bullshit excuses and start taking action. Many of you have asked me how I'm so productive and so resilient and keep showing up, and honestly, it comes down to this exact life lesson. I know that if it will be, it is up to me, and I take full responsibility for creating my dream life. Life lesson number 4 is the secret to living is giving. This is one that I've learned from Tony Robbins, and honestly, it has 2 meanings to it. Nothing feels as good as being generous, being kind, and knowing that you're making a difference in the lives of other people. Whether or not it's giving away value, care, time, or money, it doesn't matter. If you know that you are making a positive impact in other people's life, it gives so much purpose to your own. But also, on a more spiritual side of things, the more that you give, the more that you receive, especially when it does come to money. You know, when you hold on and you really have that kind of scarcity mindset, money doesn't flow as effortlessly to you. The more generous you are, the more you give out, I promise you, the more that will come back. What you put out there returns to you in all aspects and all areas of life. Lesson number 5 is know what you want in life and own it. You know that I talk all the time about how important it is to have a vision. Know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, how are you possibly supposed to get there? But one thing, and something that I've really recognized as I've got older towards the sort of tail end of this decade, is that what I want is totally validated. I used to be so afraid of sharing my goals because maybe they sounded too narcissistic or maybe they sounded too extreme. But honestly, I've realized that the more that I just claim what it is that I want, I want to build my YouTube channel to 1 million subscribers and have this massive impact around the world. I have felt so much more better about going for the things that I want. If you feel like you have to keep your goals to yourself, that's such a heavy weight to carry. Whatever it is that you want, that is totally okay. Some things are going to be totally impactful and some things are going to be totally personal. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to make more money, if you want to buy luxury items, if you want to donate all of your time and money to charities, it doesn't matter. None is better than one another. As long as you are a good person and you are making some type of positive impact in this world, what you want around that is totally, totally fine. Stop keeping your goals to yourself because you're afraid of how it sounds to other people, because I promise you that isn't helping anybody. The next one is that courage isn't about being fearless, it's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Honestly, this was like one of the first personal development quotes that I ever heard. I used to think that I needed to be totally brave, never experience fear, never experience self-doubt or imposter syndrome, and that was what was going to make me successful. When I realized that the most successful people in the world still experience fear, still experience self-doubt, and still experience imposter syndrome, and yet they show up and take action anyway, it changed so much for me. I have so many clients who are waiting for the day where they feel confident or they don't feel the fear that they're feeling anymore, and that's what's going to allow them to take action, but that's just not the case. That is such a trap. No matter how you're feeling right now, taking action is going to be the thing that subsides those fears. And so you've got to recognize that courage, true courage, isn't about not experiencing fear. It's about taking that fear and using it as fuel to get you moving forward. So the next two kind of go hand in hand together, but I absolutely love this quote. Life is like a bow and arrow. In order to shoot forward with power, you first need to pull back. I think that there's this whole hustle culture, hustle mentality that has become really, really popular online. And you guys know, if you've been following me, that is not my jam. I am totally about the work hard, play hard mentality. Yes, I show up and take action and I get done what needs to be done, but I love to sit on my couch. I love to watch YouTube. I love to be at the beach. I love to do my hobbies. I love to play and rest just as much as I love to work. Yes, it's important to be passionate about what you do, but that doesn't mean that you can't experience life as well. If you're truly going to show up happy and fulfilled in whatever vocation you have chosen, being an influencer, building a business, whatever that may be, you have to make sure that you're satisfying your other areas of life, and of course, you are taking enough time off. It is so important to pull back, not only to reflect, but also to just re-energize. And that brings me to my next life lesson, which is get enough sleep. Honestly, let's just be real here. For the early part of this decade, I hardly slept. I went out Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night almost every single week. And boy, can I tell you, it did not help me achieve anything except a chronic hangover. Now I make sure I prioritize sleep. I realize that sleep, especially as you do get older, is so incredibly important. If you want to be focused, energized, happy, fulfilled, and show up in a way that magnetizes people to you, you have to make sure that you are sleeping. So life lesson number 9 is, if you have to try too hard to get someone's attention, it's probably not worth having. And what I mean by this is, I spent a lot of time in my early 20s trying to impress people, trying to be someone that I wasn't, trying to fit in with crowds that didn't really care about me. And although I had a lot of friends and some amazing experiences, I never really felt that I was loved. And humans are always trying to find love and connection. It's just one of our highest values. And so what I mean by this is, whether or not it's a group of friends, whether or not it's a romantic partner, whether or not it's a community online or a network, if you have to try too hard or be someone that you're not to be accepted, it's not worth it, I promise you. Authenticity is so incredibly important for your own happiness and your own success. And I promise you, there are people out there in all of those different areas that will accept you for you. So please be courageous enough to just be yourself. And the more that yourself, the more those people will be magnetized towards you. Number 10 is follow your gut, because that bitch knows what's up. Honestly, I know this is like a quote that was all over Pinterest in like 2017. made, but it's so true. You know, they say that about 80% of the decisions, those first instinct decisions, are the right ones, or maybe the percentage is even higher. But either way, learn to connect with your intuition, learn to be able to listen to your gut, because I guarantee you the insights that you get from within are the most powerful ones. My next one is to save your money. Oh my gosh, this is such a big one. And unfortunately, I did learn it a little later in this decade. And I will give a big shout out to my friend Ruby Lee, who is excellent with her money and did kick me in the little butt with this one. So I actually started saving in, I think, the end of 2018, maybe start of 2019. I'm now in a position that I can buy my dream home and just style it exactly how I want. And honestly, it wouldn't have been if I didn't save my money. It's really important, you know, whether it's for a rainy day, whether it's for holidays, whether it's for a house, whether it's for investments, just know your financial situation. Make sure you've got more coming in than you do going out. Basically, I'm telling you to save your money, but I'm also just saying to be good with your money. It doesn't matter where you are, there is a financial plan for every single person. So whether you need to learn more about your finances or whether or not you just need to set yourself a budget, but either way, just learn how to be good with your money. I promise you, you won't regret it. So this is kind of similar to one that I have mentioned before, but he who says he can't and he who says he can are both usually right. So it's kind of similar to, obviously, you are what you say you are, but honestly, this is one of my favorite quotes. Whatever you say you can do, you can do. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. They don't just make up these quotes just for fun, you know, just for shits and gigs. They make these quotes because people have experienced this over and over and over again, and through that repetition, there's proof that if you say that you can do something, if you believe in yourself, you will make it happen. You will find a way. You have no idea how much your mind opens up to new resources, new opportunities, accesses, conversations, thoughts, memories, when you believe that something is possible for you. Say, for example, making more money. If you say, I could never make any more money, I'm always going to be poor, you literally lock yourself, you contract into that scarcity mindset and into that belief. If you say, I'm able to make more money, it's totally possible for me, and you truly start believing that. It's difficult in the beginning, I get that, but when you truly start reiterating that to yourself every single day and become someone who believes that they can make more money, it will happen. So be careful how you speak to yourself, and more than anything, be careful what you believe about yourself. My next one is, in life, you get what you tolerate. And honestly, this can be on the grander scheme of things, whether it's in a relationship or whether it's with your life, your business, or it can be down to the tiny little details. Either way, what you tolerate is what you're going to experience more of. You know, even something as small as like tolerating something in your home that is broken, that is going to frustrate you every single day. That is going to cause you to have a negative experience in your own home. So this broken thing is causing you a broken experience, when if you just didn't tolerate it and got it fixed or fixed it yourself, your experience would be so much better. Now, of course, that's just a tiny little thing that could happen in your house, but that's so true for relationships, for your business, for your career. Whatever you're tolerating at the moment is what you're going to experience. So make the changes where necessary to have a different experience. My next one is one of my favorites, and honestly, it's a really big part of why I am where I am today. And it's one from Tony Robbins, and that is, success is 80% psychology and 20% strategy. I see it so much here on YouTube and in my programs. So many people want the next hack to help them to achieve their goals, whether that be starting a business or losing weight. They always want the next diet, the next hashtag strategy, the next email marketing strategy, and they always think that that thing is going to be the thing that is going to take them from where they are and to where they want to be. I promise you that's not the case. There's 1,000,001 different little tools and hacks that you can use to lose weight, and the same for starting an online business. But the matter of fact is, they're very simple things. You know, to lose weight, eat healthy and exercise. To start a business, build an audience and sell them stuff that they actually need that solves their problems. They're not difficult concepts, yet why do so many people not have success in these areas? Simply because of what's going on up here. They don't believe in themselves, and therefore they don't take action or stay consistent. They self-sabotage, they have a lot of fear. If you are not fixing what's going on up here, helping you to unblock any of the things that are in the way of the flow of your own success, you will never achieve what it is that you want. So please, if you are on a journey to achieve success in any area of life, make sure you are working on yourself. Self-mastery is key. Another one is that you do not have to define yourself. This is a big lesson that I learned because I'm a Gemini, which means I change my mind about who I want to be almost every single day. I think I've changed my mind about who I want to be more than I've had hot dinners in my life. But really, you don't have to define yourself. Introverted, extroverted, tomboy, girly, whoever you are and whoever you want to to be on any given day is totally, totally fine. I'm so sick of us all trying to fit into perfect little boxes. I know it helps people find themselves, but it also makes people lose themselves. Who you are and whoever you want to be today, tomorrow, and the next day is absolutely perfect. My next one, there is no reason not to be kind to other people. No explanation needed. A lesson that I've learned more recently is that you are more likely to fall when looking at what everyone else is doing. I've recently taken up motocross, and because of that, I've realized that when you're riding, when you look at other people, you will fall off. There's this golden rule of motorbikes that where you look, you go. And so rather than focusing on my own journey and my own path, when I look at other people, I get unsteady. And that's so true in life. When you're constantly looking around at this person's doing this and this person's doing that, you get unsteady on your own conviction towards your own journey. Stay focused. Where you are right now is perfect. Whatever everybody else is doing is totally irrelevant. Stay focused on where you're going. Another thing is you are never too old to try something new. I've realized this recently. Honestly, it's so important to recognize that whatever you're interested in life, just go for it. I was so inspired to start these new hobbies after finding out that Cher actually took up surfing in her 70s. Life is too short to not experience the things that are on your heart and you desire to do. Wear sunscreen. I have really bad hyperpigmentation from not wearing sunscreen, and it's a very disappointing thing. If you're young or if you're old, just wear sunscreen and take care of your skin. It's so important. The main reason why so many people aren't achieving the success that they want in their life is not because they can't, but it's because they won't. And this is very similar to taking responsibility for your own success. Whenever you say, I can't, just really think about it. Is it really that you can't, or is it that you won't? Or that you don't want to. When it comes to wanting to achieve your goals in life, the more that you are completely honest with yourself, the more you're going to be able to take action. When you're, say, missing a gym workout or missing showing up online as a leader, is it really because you absolutely can't? Or is it because you simply just don't want to in that moment? When you're honest with yourself, you can change from there. Number 21 is write everything down. Your brain is not supposed to remember that much. They say that your short-term memory can only actually hold about 7 things. So if you're trying to remember not only all of these important details about your friends and your family and what you need to buy for dinner, and then also trying to remember all the amazing ideas you had that is going to help you build your business, you are totally going to forget important things, and that's going to leave you stressed out and overwhelmed. Get in the habit of writing things down. It's one of the best things that I have ever done for myself. And also in the energy of wearing sunscreen and getting enough sleep, just overall take care of your body. Like, your body really is the only place that you actually ever truly live. I know obviously we live in different places of the world and in different dwellings, but at the end of the day, this is the place that you truly reside for a lifetime. And if you don't take care of it, of course, it's going to eventually just give up on you. Eat healthy, move your body. Like I said, get enough sleep, take care of your skin. Why wouldn't you? Seriously, why wouldn't you? Ask yourself that. Number 23 is the more organized you become, the more free you'll actually be. I've spoken about this a lot. Ever since I became truly organized, as in I really organized my time, I made sure to stick to my calendar, I planned my months in advance, I planned my days and weeks, the more free time I actually have. So many of you ask me how I'm so productive, and really it's only 2 elements that go into this. It's not a crazy trick or a crazy hack that you need to learn. It's simply just that I always know what I need to be doing and I simply do it. Like, that is the key to my productivity. I know what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm planned and organized it in advance, and I just do it when the time comes. That's it, I promise you. So although earlier I did say that your success is your responsibility, another major lesson that I've learned in my life is there's no problem in asking people for help. Whether that's getting people to help you to achieve your goals on the accountability side of things, or hiring people when you just can't take the action in your business or you don't enjoy taking the action in your business. We're a collaborative species. We are here to be a part of one another's lives. So whether or not it's you need to reach out for help because you're struggling emotionally or mentally, or whether you physically need someone else to help you with a task, you don't have to do it alone, nor should you. It's just not the healthy way to go about it. The more supported you are, the more successful you'll actually be. Number 25 is that it's simply all about perspective. This is honestly one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my life, and I really do think it attributes to why I get to be so happy all the time. Because at the end of the day, I know what's in my control and I know what I can change and I know my success is my responsibility. And the perspective that I have is that I'm going to try to look at the positive side wherever possible. Does that mean I don't have down days? Absolutely not. Does it mean that I don't just break out into a tantrum sometimes? Absolutely not. But I know that if I'm going to be happy, it's all about how I choose to see the world. Of course, the world can be a dark and scary place, but there's also so much to be grateful for. There's so many wonderful things, and what you choose to focus on is your responsibility. Number 26 is that everyone has something interesting to say. Now, again, this is kind of like a two-pronger because from your own personal experience, don't judge people. Every single person has something of value. You know, if you have any interaction with someone and you are closed off to them, you may be missing out on an incredible learning experience. I've learned to just be open to learning from whoever I come across. The other side of things is you. Everyone has something interesting to say and everyone is valuable. And that goes for you. If you know that you're supposed to be successful, know that you are valuable and you have something to say. Know what sets your soul on fire and do more of that. Honestly, like when I started living in alignment with my own values and with my own interests, oh my God, voila, life seemed to be so much more interesting and fun. And honestly, isn't that the purpose of it? Isn't the purpose of life being of value to other people and just enjoying your own experience? Why do you think we try to find love, try to make more money? Because we want to be happy. So figure out what makes you happy and do more of that. Like, duh. Number 28 is the amount of work you do will not equate to the amount of money you make. Yes, in the beginning, you do need to work harder, especially when like starting a business. And maybe in that circumstance, like, yeah, okay, the more effort you put in, the more likely you will sign clients or sell courses. But, you know, there's a crossover period. There's a crossover period where you simply can't hustle to $1 million or $1 billion. It just doesn't work like that. So yeah, work hard, but know that your hard work is not the exact thing that is getting you paid. Work on your money mindset as well. Work on scaling. Work on building a sustainable business or life or career that can reach more and more people and that can continue to grow. It's not always about working hard. If you have that belief, you're going to really struggle to grow because you're going to feel to yourself, well, I simply just can't work harder than I'm working right now, and therefore I'll never be able to make more money. Number 29 is that you won't remember the milestones, you'll remember the moments. Honestly, I used to always strive for the milestones, making 100,000 subscribers on YouTube or reaching 6 figures in my business. I couldn't tell you where I was on either of those days when they happened. But I can tell you all of the times that I had fun collaborating, filming a video with a friend, or, you know, really making a video that I was super proud of and reading all the comments from this community. I also remember being able to spend my money traveling or, you know, buying my family nice things. You remember those moments. Don't make it all about the goalposts and the milestones, because if you're so constantly fixated on those things, you'll miss out on the incredible moments to come. And then of course the final one, and this is honestly just a mantra of my life. It's truly why I'm so happy, I'm so fulfilled, I'm so successful. It really is. And that is that if it's not fun, it's not worth it. I truly do believe that life is about being happy, whether that's making more money, making more impact, having better relationships. The only reason why we do any of this is to have a better experience and enjoy the life we're living. You only have one life, so why not every single day do what you can to make it a great one? That is it from me. I thank you so much for sitting to the end of this incredibly long video. I think it may have been the longest sit down video that I've ever filmed, but of course I wanted to share with you everything that I have learned that has got me to where I am today. I just want to say as well that I am so incredibly grateful for this community. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you, and you have no idea how much I appreciate. I know that you get a lot of value out of these videos, and I just want to do everything I possibly can to help you see that when you get out of your own way and when you truly do develop that sense of self-belief and take action from that space, anything is possible. So definitely, if you can, leave me your biggest life lesson in the comments below. I want to keep this open. I want us to share as many life lessons as we possibly can, big or small, it doesn't matter, share it. I honestly love you so much. I want to thank you so much for your support and everything. Cheers to a new decade for me, Erin May Henry, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.